one step back. There, I'll take that from you. Catch this as I unroll it and unfold it. That's it. Come stand right here in front. I want you to sit up on there like I did a moment ago. Swing your legs to the side. And scooch a little bit towards me. A little bit towards me. Come on, a little bit down, a little bit down, a little down. Okay, come a little towards me. Okay, this way. I need to move this way a little bit. 3 or 4 inches this way. Means put your foot here and push. Good. Okay, hang on a second. All right. Hold your arms, hold your elbows. Relax. That's it. Okay, look straight up. You did good. You did good. Alrighty. Coming up with magic tricks is kind of like being a songwriter. If you're writing songs, you'd write down the words, maybe some notes. You'd crumple up a lot of sheets of paper along the way because you're going to have a lot of duds. That's the way songwriting is. It's the same in magic. You're working on a trick. You're realizing, hey, maybe this isn't going to fool as many as the people as you want it to, or maybe it's going to fool, the kids but not the adults. Maybe it'll fool the adults but not the kids. That happens because kids think different than adults. And so you move on to a different trick. And it's the same in magic. And in magic, I had a hit. I had many hits in magic. But I did one particular thing with handkerchiefs, and I would make birds appear. And I would throw the birds over the audience. They'd fly over the audience. They'd come back to me. They'd change color. They would disappear. It was really cool stuff. And I never expected the kind of reaction to the little dog appearing, because if you make a little dog appear and you throw it over the audience, I don't do that one. But I did an act with birds, and I don't do that kind of thing any hold on a second. I don't do it much anymore, but oh, it's so much easier that way. No, I did an act with the real live birds, and I traveled all over the world. Over 80 million people saw me do the act with the birds. And really, after the shows, they'd always talk to me about the birds, but when I started making a little dog appear after the show, no one would talk about the birds. They just wanted to talk about the little dog. So I started doing more and more magic with the little dog and less with the birds, and finally retired the birds from the show. But sometimes you're working on a trick, and it's not coming together. In particular, I wanted to do something about 13, 14 years ago. It wasn't happening, and I didn't give up on this particular one. I talked with some of the best guys in the industry right there in Las Vegas. People who worked for David Copperfield and Siegfried and Roy. We could all see the potential. The problem was we couldn't figure out how to do it. It's kind of a problem. Watch this, watch this. Open sesame. That's not it. Simba. Buddy. Hi. This is the trick. This is the one. This is the one I think you're going to be talking about. after the show. This is the one when I see you in the dining room, people will be asking me questions about. This is the one. I just set you right here. I set you right there, little body. Yeah. This is the one. The one question they ask, very straightforward. That's it. The question they ask is just where does the dog go? Any questions? Oh, I love doing that. We filmed the show in a variety of locations over the last few years, put together a DVD with over an hour of magic and illusions, including some of the magic you're seeing tonight, and a lot that you haven't seen. The Act of the Birds is on here. Other dog tricks are on here. Good, clean family entertainment if you want to show your kids or your grandchildren an example of the entertainment you saw on board. It even has a paw print on there from Simba. And I can autograph it as well to whoever you'd like, whether it be for yourself or as a gift. And then you can autograph one of the ship's sail slips for me. We save up all the proceeds from sales, and then at the end of the cruise we take all the money that we raised and we buy beer. That's not true. The money goes to charity. The money goes to charity. That's my ex-wife's name. She uses it well. Yes. People are always asking me, how do you do all these things? So I put together a magic set, a great collection of tricks for you to do. In fact, it has been so popular that on Friday morning at 11 o'clock, they're going to let us use this theater. I'm going to do another show using the tricks that are in the magic set. That's how good they are. They will fool the heck out of you. You have their tricks you could take home with you. And I'll do some of the things that are in the various TV shows as well and mix that all up together. Friday at 11. And you're thinking, well, Friday, how can we do that? Friday evening, we're in Victoria. Friday morning, you're on the ship. And if you're not, you're in trouble. Yeah, Friday morning at 11 o'clock. However, the doors are going to be shut in here until around 10:30. And when they open, I'm going to have Simba and Simba's sister, who is traveling with me as well, another Pomeranian. She's a little bit smaller, a little fluffier. I'm going to have both of them. I'm going to sit on the front of the stage, bring your cameras, come on up, take as many pictures as you want. You can pet them, and I'll tell you some stories about magic, about magicians, and kind of like a little talk show I'll have going on, as you can take pictures and you can post them on Facebook or whatever you like. That's going to be Friday. The show is at 11. The doors are going to open at 10:30. And I've already told the people from the other audience. So they're coming, so try to get in. Don't fight about it though. You'll have a chance. Friday, so around 10:30 the doors will open. Do come early and don't sit in the back. Sit down here. This is the best seat. Because if I take something and I make it disappear, and you can't see what it was before it disappears, it's really not that impressive. That was a silver dollar, by the way, which is kind of hard to miss because that's a pretty big coin. So do sit as close as you can. Don't sit in the back. Try to sit in these seats down here or over here, and once all these ones on the main floor fill up, then start working your way back. But try to sit as close as you can. That's going to be Friday. It's going to be Friday at 11 o'clock. Doors will open around 10:30. People start coming in right off the bat. And like I said, bring your cameras. You can post stuff. I post all this kind of stuff. You can tag me on Facebook as well. I put pictures of the dogs on there, pictures of the ships and the anchors and the lifeboats and the glaciers. Even this week, I already posted stuff of the calving of the glaciers up on Facebook. Some of these tricks I do just for myself, apparently. This is a coin falling down caused by gravity. It's also a coin that falls up. It's funny, you see the people in the back don't clap for that one. They can't see. Best seats in the house, you already paid for them, sit up close, okay? In fact, tomorrow there's a great show in here, the singers and dancers, it's a fantastic show, I saw it last week, and it's better than almost everything in Vegas. Make sure you come and see it tomorrow. I believe it's called One World, it's a great show, sit up close, and that's tomorrow. And what else can I tell you? I got more to tell you. I will, like I said, I'll be outside at the end of the show if you want to take home a souvenir DVD, and I keep repeating the time of the show on Friday. Just read the carpet in the elevator, by the way, that's the best way. Because tomorrow people are going to walk up to me and there's going to be two things are going to happen, and they're going to say, we came to your show today and you weren't there. It's like, it's not tomorrow, it's on Friday. And the other one is people will come up and say, are you doing another show? Friday, 11 o'clock. 10:30 and doors open, so come on in early. All right. When magicians talk about the art of magic, they're referring to the type of thing that I'm about to show you. It was part of the act I did when I won the gold medal. I still have a lot more to show you. Hope you've enjoyed the show so far. I told you at the start of the show that I come to you from Las Vegas, but I'm originally from Winnipeg, Canada. I was born there during one of the worst blizzards in their history. So much snow the week that I was born. There's a photograph of two of my brothers from the week I was born. They're sitting on the roof of the house. You can't see the house. That's how high the snow was. They just walked up. They're wearing their parkas and their knitted caps and their mittens and their snowshoes. The real snowshoes. It's a lot of snow. That's when I was born. Now I have children. I have two boys, 10 and 11 years old. And they were born in Las Vegas. It doesn't snow there very often. But I tried to tell them about snow in a way that you may have done with your own kids, or maybe your parents did with you. I did it with a paper napkin. I sat them down, I made some hot chocolate to set the mood, and I told them stories. Stories about growing up in the snow. Stories about snowball fights, about shoveling snow, about snow angels, and even about yellow snow. You gotta learn it somewhere. We had some laughs, we had some giggles, we made a bit of a mess, but most importantly is we made snow. It's okay, they weren't that impressed either. Snowflakes are a lot smaller than this, and usually when it snows there's lots of them. I made a little snow globe. You know the kind of thing, you may have one at home or you've seen them in a gift shop. You shake it, you create that little snowstorm inside, that little wintry scene. I showed that to my kids. And what I did, the youngest one, many years ago, he asked me this.
Daddy, what's it like to be inside of there? What's it like to be inside of a snowstorm?
That's what he asked, and it's kind of hard to describe, so this is what I showed him, and this is the one I'd like to leave you with tonight.